Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare stuffed cucumbers from a beautiful book about the vegetables and fruit eaten in Italy, written at the end of the Renaissance by Giacomo Castelvetro. We start with the ingredients. We need cucumbers, olive oil, eggs, bread, parmigiano, the spices, black pepper, nutmeg and cloves, and the fresh herbs, mint, oregano and parsley. Castelvetro recommends using big cucumbers for this recipe, whereas the small ones are suitable to make a salad with onions and pepper, or a soup with gooseberries or unripe grapes. Actually, the vegetables we used for this recipe is botanically a melon, called tortarello in Italy. The specific kind we keep in our garden is typically from Abruzzo, but there are similar varieties known as Armenian cucumber or snake cucumber. Tortarello becomes huge in summer and can reach 19 centimeters, whereas in autumn, when we shot this video, it tends to be shorter and smaller. It is interesting to notice that one of the most important Italian Renaissance books of medicine, the Commentary on Dioscorides Materia Medica, written by Pietro Andrea Mattioli, contains a botanical illustration of this cucumber, or at least a very similar variety, which is also the one meant by Castelvetro, since he writes that we must remove its tenerume, which means the tender internal part in which the seeds are, and stuff them with the filling. According to Pliny, a similar variety of cucumber was already cultivated in ancient Rome. We stuff the cucumber with a mixture of grated parmigiano and bread, eggs, minced herbs, spices, and a pinch of salt. There are many possibilities to prepare this recipe. The author doesn't specify which kind of herbs to use, just to add buone erbette. But in another passage of his book, we find this list of good herbs: parsley, chard, basil, mint, and thyme. You may use others, for instance oregano, fennel, savory, or sage, according to your taste. We used Parmigiano, one of the most popular kinds of cheese, starting from the Middle Ages. But another perfect choice is Pecorino. The spices are optional. Castelvetro mentions pepper and strong spices, but you may just add pepper. The author recommends cooking the cucumbers on the grill or in a pan. For more recipes with vegetables and aromatic herbs, check out our new book, Early Italian Recipes, Vegetables, Fruit, Herbs and Flowers, which contains several recipes from the antiquity to the early modern era, and our Patreon page, in which you find articles on historical food and translations of ancient and medieval sources. If you're interested in ancient food, we recommend Ancient Roman Cooking. For the passage between the Antiquity and the Middle Ages, read De Observatione Ciborum, Early Medieval Recipes at the Court of the Franks. If you're interested in late medieval recipes, check out Registrum Cuquine, a medieval cookbook. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. We cook the cucumbers at low heat. The cooking time depends on the cucumbers you use. We cooked them for about half an hour on a layer of bay laurel leaves. The cucumbers were delicious, slightly spicy and savory, with an incredible aroma of fresh herbs. A dish that makes a perfect appetizer, paired with sage fritters or fried tomatoes, or even a main plate for a traditional Italian dinner, accompanied with a good mixed salad, for instance purslane salad, cheese and bread. You find the links to the recipes for 2 porcelain salads, sage fritters and fried tomatoes in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.